Hello, everyone. I am here to give you guys a mini lesson on comma rules. We are focusing on two specific rules this week. First of all, I just wanted to start by saying make sure you did take the pre-test on Socrative. You will see that test again at the end of the week just for me to see what did you gain, what knowledge did you gain. Okay, so just make sure you've done that before this lesson. While I'm doing this lesson on video, I will ask for you to pause the video while you work on your slides. So for example, this one in a second, you'll want to type into your own slides to turn in. My in-person people, I'm doing this for in-person and VLA. My in-person people, you will pause to write on your paper, okay? So when I say that, pause, you'll pause this video and then answer the question and then push play. Okay, so let's get started. The first slide is invitation to notice. I want you to notice some things on these sentences. There are two sentences. The first one says, a little before 5 o'clock in the morning, Papa woke everyone up. Suddenly, I felt even more the weight of hours, days, weeks, and months of work. I want you to tell me, what do you notice about the comma usage in each of these sentences? What do you notice? How is it used here in this top sentence, and how is it used in the bottom sentence? You can pause this video while you respond to the box. When you're done, push play again. Okay, so now that you've finished it, okay, you will notice that the top one only has one comma and it is separating what we call an introductory phrase from the rest of the sentence. So the first one says, a little before 5 o'clock in the morning. That is an introductory phrase. It is not an independent clause. It is not a complete sentence. Therefore, I'm going to put a comma after it. However, after the comma, you do have an independent clause. You do have an independent sentence. Papa woke everyone up is a sentence on its own. Okay, so the comma there, it's like a complex sentence with your Woobus words. The comma there is separating the introductory clause from the rest of the sentence. Okay, the second one you see, you have three commas and it's separating a list. Okay, so hours, commas, days, comma, weeks, comma, and months. So they can be used to separate items in a series. Make sure that you are putting a comma before the and so that we're not mixing up weeks and months together. So what we're focusing on today and this week is I will use commas to separate words in a list, and I use commas to separate introductory elements. And specifically today, we are only doing commas to separate words in a list. Tomorrow, you will do introductory elements. Okay, so you can pause right now to watch this video and then push play when you're back. Okay, going on. So we are just focusing on today commas in a series. So take a look at these two sentences. The soup was delicious, a delicious mix of chicken, vegetables, and spices. Then the second one says the soup was delicious. It was made of chicken and vegetables, plus there were spices. I want you to pause this video now and type or write in the box, what do you notice about these sentences? Okay, so coming back, you'll notice that the top one is the same, essentially saying the same thing as the bottom. However, you're combining those items to make it more concise. The bottom example is not a wrong example. It's just very choppy. So you don't want to have to repeat yourself. It's kind of redundant. So instead of using three short choppy sentences, you can combine them and make a list. Okay, so again, what we're talking about today is I use commas to separate three or more words. It has to be three or more words, okay, or phrases or clauses in a series. If you only see two words that are listed, then you'll just use the word and to combine, okay, with no comma. The words in a series, suddenly I felt even more weight of the hours, comma, days, comma, weeks, comma, and months of work. But you can also do phrases, so not just words. You can separate phrases. He wrote down numbers, comma, crossed some out, comma, and wrote down some more. Okay, so those are three phrases that were short that you can also combine using commas. Okay, so I use commas to separate words in a list. So I ate cookies, comma, pizza, comma, and fries. So I want you to now circle or highlight the commas used to separate the words in this phrase. Can you imagine your father selling you for a tablecloth, a hen, and a handful of beans? From the tale of Desperado. I want you to pause and circle or highlight those commas. Okay, coming back, you can actually check your work here by clicking on this screen, and it will show you the answers. You should have circled a comma after tablecloth and a comma after hen. Okay, that is it for today. Go ahead and you can sign off and check back tomorrow for another video.